Damian's secret hobby, a Batman all media types, podfic written by IcyXD and read by Heo Stories. When Tim discovered Damian's hobby, he was less than happy. I mean, who would be happy to know that their own baby brother, no, he was never going to stop calling him that. It didn't matter that Damien was 14 now, was writing fan fiction about them. He sure hopes others wouldn't be happy because this was ridiculous and had to be a joke from the forces of evil. Or Damien is a Tim Conver shipper. Thanks for IcyXD for allowing me to podfic this. Damien! Tim screams, bursting into his baby brother's rooms. Courtesy be damned, his livelihood was at stake. What is this? A phone. I thought that would be quite obvious, Damien says, raising an unimpressed eyebrow while crossing his arms over his chest. He's been spending way too much time with Alfred. Don't give me that look. Why is there fan fiction on me on AO3 and why are you the one writing it? Tim rages, shoving the phone in Damien's face. Damien does not give Tim the satisfaction of a reaction, nor does he make a move to push Tim's hand away. He silently looks at the phone screen, giving the AO3 fic title a once over. Two hearts, two heroes. A Superbird story. He looks back at Tim with a blank expression, and all is still for a few moments. I have no idea what you mean, Drake, Damien says slowly. Lies! Accusations, Damien combats. Tim glares with the heat of Superman's lasers. I checked your internet history and I read your super secret diary you think I don't know about. I saw the evidence, Tim says. That definitely garners a reaction out of Damien. He abruptly stands up from his desk, chair skidding across the floor. That was private intel, Drake, Damien thieves, completely overstepping. You know what else is overstepping? Writing fanfiction of me and Khan. I have a boyfriend. B-O-Y friend. Tim says, stressing the syllables. Well, if you read the next work in the series, you'd know that Bernard actually makes an appearance in the relationship. He's just under another name for anonymity reasons, he says matter of factly. Besides, I didn't write about you, I wrote about Red Robin, Damian states, like it's the winning sentence of this fight. What he doesn't know is that Tim has got him exactly where he wants him. He smirks. Aha! So you did write it, he points out triumphantly. His eyes widened. What? Yeah, that's right. I didn't actually read your internet history or your super secret diary you think I don't know about, he smugly replies. While he could have easily breached Damien's privacy, Tim prided on the fact that his manipulation skills were just as good as his detective ones. He also didn't want to cross Damien's boundaries. He was a good older brother. You will pay for this schoolyard level tactic, Drake, Damien sneers. Nuh-uh. You are going to tell me exactly why you've written this abomination. Tim remembers the discovering of the fic. A dare to search himself, Red Robin, on Google gone wrong. He can still hear Stephanie cackling behind him as Cassie tried her best not to laugh while she read out the first chapter of the most popular Red Robin fic on AO3. The words in the story was so reminiscent of how Damian spoke that it set alarm bells off in his head. It was just a hunch, but Tim's hunches almost always came true. Damian rolls his eyes. It's hardly that bad, Timothy. My expansive vocabulary elevates the plot, and my balanced use of dialogue and description leaves everything to the imagination. Great. Now there's two literature nerds in the family. This couldn't get any worse. I don't care about your grammar, I care about why you wrote romance fan fiction about me and Con and apparently adding in poor Bernard. Tim looks at Damien expectantly, a hand on his hip, trying to activate the I am the older brother air of superiority that Dick seems to know how to do when dealing with them. It is not successful. I was becoming increasingly bored with writing about common works of fiction, and the pathetic handling of your relationship was painful to watch. You are in denial. Have you not realized the way you three act towards each other? Huh. Them three didn't act anything out of the ordinary. Bernard was his boyfriend, and Con was his best friend. They acted like a boyfriend, best friend, boyfriend and boyfriend and best friend and best friend, best friend's boyfriend and should act. Tim didn't see or appreciate what Damien was implying here. It's a frustrating spectacle, and I do not appreciate love triangles without equal resolutions. Love triangles? Tim sputters. Okay, now, that's just ridiculous. Tim was not in a triangle with Con or Bernard. That wouldn't even make sense since he is already boyfriends with Bernard and weren't in love triangles when two people like the same person. It's not like Con like Bernard too. I mean, yeah, Con tags along with them on their dates quite often, but it doesn't mean anything. Is it? Damien gives him a pointed look. Yes, it was. Damien had no idea what he was talking about. Tim may have loved both Bernard and Con, but it was different kinds of love. And yeah, it felt the same, but sometimes different kinds of love felt the same, alright? Wait. Did they? Nope, he was not doing this. You will not distract me from the real issue. He snaps out of it. He was the one doing the interrogating, damn it. Which of your crimes against me? He points an accusing finger at Damien, who just rolls his eye. You should be glad I cultivated the fandom around you. Red Robin wasn't exactly popular, he says while shrugging, like he's doing Tim a favor. Has he no shame? Good! Tim gawks. He's completely out of his depth here. Not for the first time did he wonder if other families had to deal with stuff like this. Probably not. Tim groans, running a hand down his face. He's definitely dumping this on someone else. That's it. I'm calling Bruce. Damien stiffens up, his facade crackling, his face in full offense. This is an interaction between brothers that is needn't required parental guidance. Damien protests with an embarrassed blush on his cheek. It seems he does have a sliver of shame over this. Good. If I have to deal with this, so does he. Tim grumbles, dialing Bruce's number before a knife slices through the air, pinning his phone onto the bedroom wall. I just got that phone! Tim screams, facing Damien with rage. You will die here, Drake! Damien growls, revealing two knives. Tim sighs deeply. getting into a defensive position. He bounces. Crashes and shouts echo throughout the manor. Alfred sighs. Picking up a duster, he goes to the whiteboard in the kitchen. 17 days without a fight. He wipes the board down and picks up a marker. 0 days without a fight. Was it too much to ask for peace in his elderly age? The end. Yeah, I read it and it's a good crack fic. Thank you again, IcyXD, for permission, and here are the notes. I don't know how Alfred does it, dealing with generation of bullshit. Inspired by that one TikTok audio that goes, "What kind of maniac wakes up an hour early to write erotic fanfiction?" Me? Are there any shows or movies that you haven't perved up? No. That's why I started writing erotic fanfiction using people at school. And zombies. Except Damian doesn't write erotic fanfiction because that'd be way too weird. He just writes extremely sappy romances that are sometimes just pure fluff, with the vocabulary of a seasoned poet. Well, if you have any suggestions for other fics I should do, I would like to hear them. Um, I have another. No, not exactly a one shot, but it's quite short. So I'm just going to do all three chapters in one episode for next week, and after that, I don't have any fics lined up. Um, but thank you for listening. See you next week.